Hey babes, my name's Hannah.
And my name is Chasity.
Welcome back to Bookish Babes. Today we're going to be telling you guys all about our 2021 reading goals. Since it's the beginning of a new year, we wanted to set some new goals for ourselves.
New goals. We're stepping out of our comfort zones here.
Yes.
We're gonna try some new things.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Right? So kind of going off of that, my first goal is to diversify what I read, both like new genres that I've been wanting to try out and more like authors that are people of color, because I feel like my TBR and my read list are all kind of very whitewashed, and I don't like that. I want to support some authors of color. So that's my first goal.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
I'm also going to be stepping out of the comfort zone and reading some new genres, such as like historical fiction and more poetry, because I've really gotten into poetry over the last year. Let's see, the Witcher series is one that I plan on reading this year. So just like trying some new authors, not sticking to the same ones over and over.
That kind of goes with my second goal too, is I kind of want to get away from my comfort genres and my comfort authors. I feel like I'll find an author that I like or a genre that I like, and like that's all I will read. You know, I did it last year where I think it was Candy Steiner. I read one Candy Steiner book, and then for like 3 months that's all I read. And I need to get better about that. There's nothing wrong with wanting to read all the books by that author, but it kind of got to the point where I was like worn out on that genre, and I don't like that. There's so many books out there, and there's so many books that I own that I want to read that I should really not be.
Yeah, I feel like I did better this past year because I was already like where you are, where I was like, okay, I'm killing myself on this genre, so let me look at a few other things. But since I did that, now I'm just kind of expanding more, I think. One of my goals is to read a lot of the books I already own. My life. TBR pile that I already own is ridiculous. So my goal is to actually read the books that I have bought, guys. Read them.
And once again, that goes kind of off of my goal, which is similar, but I feel like I'm really guilty of actively looking for new books when I have a bunch of books already on my TBR. And I want to get away from that because like I have like 400 books on my TBR on Goodreads, yet I'm always being like, oh, what are you reading? I should read that.
Yeah.
I should read that, when I really just need to stick to my TBR because I put them on my TBR for a reason.
Yeah. That's ridiculous. Yeah. One series that I want to finish this year is Cassandra Clare's books. I have read a lot of them, but I have not read all of them. And I own most of them. Yeah. So I need to finish it off. Yeah, I just want to like finish it.
Another goal that I've been really good about so far this year is I want to read for at least 20 minutes every day. I feel better when I read a little bit every day. Usually it ends up being more than 20 minutes, but just making sure I make that time every single day to do something that I love and that makes me happy. And I've been really good about it so far. It's only the 11th, but I've done it every day so far. So I'm going to make an effort to stick to that.
It's a good habit. Yeah. I already do that.
I read most days, but I'm like really guilty of being like, oh, well, I only have a half an hour before I need to lay down, so I can't start anything right now. Yeah. When really I can. I can read for 20 minutes and I'll be okay.
So I originally, years ago, when I first started the Goodreads app, I used to set my goals really high and then I never made them. And so for like the past 3 years, I think I set them pretty low and I've made my goal every year. This year, I'm kind of going back up again.
Okay.
So I set my goal for 100 books this year. And I'm nervous. I read like 92 last year, but my goal was only 75.
I think you can do it. I think you can do it.
I think I can do it too.
So this is my last goal, but I sort of did the opposite, where 2019, I was way over my goal. I think my goal was 70 and I read like closer to 80 or something. But then last year I had my goal for 80 and I think I read like 40. So I was more realistic with my goal this year. My goal is 50 books and so far I'm on track. And so that was my biggest goal for this year, was to kind of just be more realistic with myself and know that I do work full time and I do have a lot going on outside of work, and like 50 books is doable for me. That's about a book a week.
Yeah.
Which is something that I can commit to. And if I go over, great. And the other thing I've realized, and the reason that I set my goal that low, is because you can't track comics on Goodreads. So 50 books is like my goal for like my novels that I read. Yeah. Whereas like graphic novels and comics are going to be something separate. So I'll read more than 50, but only like 50 novels.
I think you got that.
For sure. I read almost that amount last year, and last year was like the year from hell for me for reading. So
yeah. Well, so hopefully we will be bringing you some different kind of content, as well as our same content.
Yeah,
we're not going to completely like cut romance out or anything, but we do.
But we're kind of, I'm not gonna lie, I'm sick of it. I read myself to death on that genre, and I want to get into some other stuff this year.
Yeah.
I have no desire to even read romance right now, which is so weird for me.
It'll come back.
I'm sure it will after a couple months of reading some other stuff, but I think I saw the same tropes, and I read what I felt like were like the same stories just told differently, and I'm over it. I want something new.
And that's gonna happen with like any genre that you read enough of.
Yeah.
But I think this year we're gonna, if we stick to our reading goals, we're gonna be bringing you some new stuff. We've got big plans for this year.
We do. We just sat down and talked about all of our social media plans. So hopefully in our next, probably the videos that are coming out in February, we'll be able to talk more about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we're just getting those little ideas started.
We're joining TikTok. I'm old and I'm trying to learn how to use TikTok, but we're joining TikTok.
And we will be creating a Facebook group as well.
Yes. And we'll be more active on our Instagram.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So definitely check us out at all of those spots, which we will link them below once they're available.
I think the TikTok is available.
TikTok is available.
So we'll link that
I still have
below.
to create the Facebook group.
Yeah.
But I will let you guys know when that is up and running.
Yeah. We're excited.
We're very excited.
Yes.
And thank you so much for sticking with us through last year, because it was a ride.
Yes.
But we promise to be here regularly now.
Yes.
But that's it for us today. Just comment down below, tell us what you're going to be reading this year and what you have for goals set up for yourself. And let us know what you want to see on the channel.
Yeah.
What you want us to read. We're definitely always up for recommendations, even though we have a thousand
TBR. Yeah.
We're always looking for recommendations. Definitely hit that like button and the notification bell so that you know when we post. And we will see you next time.